Copy. I believe so. He just got over to the transition. I have it, don't I? 15 seconds. Whoa! This vehicle moving at very high speeds, one person inside. That's what we heard from the sheriff's department earlier on. They have that driver in that vehicle driving at high speeds, very reckless. Already had a couple of accidents with a couple of other vehicles. This started off the 91 out in this general area. Right now, though, you can see that vehicle moving at a very fast clip. It's been on the freeway. It's been off the freeway. It's driven the wrong way on the freeway. Right now, though, I can tell you this California Highway Patrol trying to get behind it. There is nobody behind this vehicle. There is no law enforcement at all right now behind the vehicle. It was, now my pilot's saying that there actually is one just joining the chase, and that probably is going to be the California Highway Patrol. Now, the sheriff's ship, they're overhead. They've been calling this since it was a pursuit in Lakewood area. Very high speeds, very reckless driving. That vehicle's been in a couple of wrecks, but continues to drive very hard. As we're making our way now, looks like we're going to be getting off the freeway here in the Long Beach area, and you can see it right now. That big truck, hard time maneuvering. We'll see what it does. You can see it there on major streets, driving very, very recklessly, hard turns, running red lights. It actually was on the sidewalk. We heard that. We didn't see that earlier on. California Highway Patrol was chasing it. They were behind it, but because of those high speeds, difficult and the crazy driving, they're having a hard time keeping up with that vehicle. Right now, though, you can see it. We're in a residential area right here. Still high speeds, small areas, residential. And, of course, here we go again, right? Running another a stop sign there, getting back onto the Norwalk Boulevard northbound. We can bring up the speedometer for you. You know, that funny thing about that, earlier on when they first started following, oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, that guy in that black car, I hope they're okay. They took the brunt of it. Yeah, the door's open. That's a positive sign. He's getting out. He's running. That's the suspect. Falling. Hopefully, just stay down. Just stay down. Just stay down. Oh my goodness. There you go. That's the guy that was in the black car right there. That's got to be adrenaline just getting him out of that car. Oh, what a tragic ending. Unbelievable crash right there. There is officers behind it, California Highway Patrol. Those guys never give up. You got to give them the positive where it is. Going out to that suspect, they're going to cuff him. I'm sure that one of these other officers is going to start checking on all these other folks that were involved. That even that silver car airbag deployment, that means that car was hit hard enough for those airbags to go off. There's an older SUV Explorer right there. This car right here, we still haven't seen anybody get out of it. You know, they have an officer right there now. Sheriffs are arriving here on scene. They're talking to some of these other drivers. If any, that car is very minor damage, but this car right here, there's definitely going to need an ambulance. And of course, that young man that we saw jump out of that black vehicle, he is going to need an ambulance as well. Just what a terrible ending to this pursuit. This is why a lot of times, you know, the law enforcement, they make these calls, but you have to be very clear about this. In this case, they were technically in pursuit, but those other vehicles from California Highway Patrol so far behind, their lights and sirens couldn't be warning the public because they couldn't keep up. But the helicopter from the sheriff's department there the whole time making those calls. And again, what a tragic ending to this chase out here. Stolen vehicle, was it worth it? I would say no. Well, this is going to be at the actual intersection of it's Norwalk Boulevard, Del Amo. This is going to be Long Beach, right at the corner. Basically Long Beach, Lakewood is the cities out here. You can see a number of officers out there, and there probably will be some sort of investigation ongoing. It looks like they already closed a portion of Del Amo, probably for about a block or so away, because you are seeing some vehicles probably making U-turns because they know they cannot get through. That's going to be the most difficult for drivers. But right now, fire department, LA County Fire just arriving here on scene, and we haven't seen an ambulance yet, but these trucks carry paramedics, so the paramedics are going to go check out some of these folks. They're probably going to check out, it was I believe, I just hearing voices, it sounded like Maria was talking about a broken ankle. I would put money on that driver has a broken ankle. Actually saw one of the deputies taking a picture of it. Many times, there is, depending upon the number of paramedics that show up, they're going to be taking care still, even though the suspect might be the bad guy, the person that caused it. If his injuries are the worst, they will check out him first before they start checking out the minor injuries. But right now, it's just a very chaotic scene, but the officers are here. These are and the fire department. These guys are professionals. They're going to make this whole situation right as soon as they can. Man, that was crazy.
From a high-speed pursuit to a dramatic collision in Lakewood. Look at that. Incredibly, everyone walked away.
It all happened just after 10 a.m. at the corner of Del Amo and Norwalk Avenues in the city of Lakewood. Tonight, CBS 2's Rena Nakano got an inside perspective from one of the survivors.
Elijah Smith was on his way to his mother's house in Lakewood when he found himself stunned, rubbing his arm, and wandering outside his badly damaged car.
This is me. This is the other car right here. This is the middle of the road. Boom.
The 18-year-old was the victim of a violent crash that ended a 30-minute police pursuit that began in Hawaiian Gardens. At around 9:40, LA County Sheriff's deputies began chasing a driver in a stolen truck. He led them on a dangerous pursuit on the 605 freeway into Cerritos, where he used the shoulder and carpool lanes, spun out, and even hit a few cars, but continued on. He ended up on the surface street in the same neighborhood where the pursuit began, ignoring red lights and stop signs until the crash at the Del Amo and Norwalk Boulevard intersection in Lakewood. That's where he T-boned Smith's car and caused a chain reaction crash. Smith says he looked up and saw the driver hobbling away.
At first he was running, and then I seen him come with a little limp, and then he just fell to the ground.
With their guns drawn, CHP officers surrounded the driver of the stolen truck and arrested him. Smith says this felt like deja vu, as it's the second T-bone crash that he's been involved in the last 4 months.
The first time I got to an accident, I thought I was going to die. But this time, it felt like that times 10. I really thought I was going to die. So when I opened the door, I thought I was just going to pass out. But I survived.
Luckily, without any injuries. But his car that he just got a month ago, totaled.
Ruined it. Now I got to get a new car, start over.
In Lakewood, I'm Rena Nakano, CBS 2 News.